So you have more options when it comes to being a virtual assistant because you are not locked into the career path that you were set on. You just basically have a variety of different businesses that you can work with. Hey there, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, my goal at this video is to give you a few positive facts of what it's like to be a virtual assistant if you're still trying to decide to become one. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, my name is Lai Lacaba. I've been working from home since I was 15 years old and now run my own outsourcing agency here in the Philippines. And I post videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to run a business from home. So make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos. Now, I've been working from home, like I said, since I was 15 years old. I got my first writing gig through a fellow writer who wanted me to do ghostwriting for her, and since then I've just been having this career my whole life and now run my own virtual assistant company. So it's been just this 11-year long journey of me figuring out, like, okay, how am I doing this? How am I going to make this into a career? How am I making this into a business? And in the last 11 years, I've really found a lot of really amazing things where if I had a different career, if I didn't work from home, that would really encourage me to flip on the other side. So if you're someone who's on the edge right now of trying to figure out, like, hey, is working from home something for me? Then watch until the end of this video to kind of know what you can expect and what are the facts, basically. What are the things that do happen when you become a virtual assistant working from home? First one is, of course, just the work from home setup. You're able to just be able to create your own office. So like right now, I'll show you guys my office, my bed, my office, my bed. So I'm able to have this flexibility of being able to work from home, but I also am able to work in different places. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which you guys definitely should, then you know that I travel a lot as well. I'm able to go back home to my province in Leyte a lot and still be able to work, still able to move things forward and of course run my whole business. And this is because of that work from home setup, which means that you can also work anywhere. And if you guys want to get started, by the way, on how to work anywhere, I do have a full course on how to work anywhere that I created about 2 years ago during the start of the pandemic. It's still pretty relevant, still pretty up to date, and you guys can grab it in the link in the bio. But basically, when you work from home, you work anywhere. You're able to set up and have that flexibility to be able to work anywhere. Next is no dress code. You guys are seeing me in this formal top, and usually that's what the clients see, but they don't see that I'm just wearing shorts most of the time, or I'm wearing just a skirt. And I've had this before where I would just wear like my pajama bottoms if I was doing like a 4 a.m. meeting and I wanted to go back to sleep afterwards. So I've done that. So when it comes to working from home, there's not really a strict dress code. As long as you look formal on the top, you can pretty much wear anything in the bottom. And if you work with a client who does not do a video at all, you can wear anything that you want. Next is there's just so many more options. You have more options when it comes to being a virtual assistant because you are not locked into the career path that you were set on. You just basically have a variety of different businesses that you can work with and types of job that you can work as. And it's mostly because you're going to be opened up to just whatever it is that they need from you, and you're able to go beyond just what's in your city, what's in your island if you're from the Philippines, or your country, because you are going to be working with, again, a variety of different entrepreneurs, different businesses who will need different things from you. Which brings me to my next point, which is just career and skills growth. When you are a virtual assistant working from home, you just have that unlimited options to see what else is out there, to experiment, to grow, to see what other career could exist. Like a lot of different people that I've interviewed here on this channel, I've interviewed people who were podcast VAs, I've interviewed people who basically also ran their own virtual assistant agencies, I've interviewed people who just do consulting for a lot of entrepreneurs. When you work online as a virtual assistant, you are opened up to a lot of the other ways that people have made money and are surviving and thriving in it, and how you probably can do it yourself as well. Next fact is it's just low startup requirements, to be honest. Yes, you will need to get started with a laptop of some sort. It could be a secondhand laptop or someone else's laptop that you can borrow part of the time, and internet. But that's basically it. You can get started right away as a virtual assistant, as long as, of course, you're willing to put in the work. You don't have to really, take a lot of courses. You don't have to take a full bachelor's degree to be able to become virtual assistant. You can kind of just get started with what skills that you have, look for people who will need those skills, and get started. Next is you just have access to bigger or higher pay than if you just worked locally. And the biggest reason for this is there's something called arbitrage. If you're from a third world country, your cost of living is lower than someone's from the first world country. So an example I usually use in this channel a lot is in the US, you have to pay $200 or 10,000 pesos to be able to get your tooth removed. Here in the Philippines, usually it's about 500 to 1,000 pesos, which is about 10 bucks to 20 bucks. That's the cost of living difference. So then you, as someone who is becoming a virtual assistant, you can charge a little bit higher because they can afford it. Versus if you were just being hired by someone who's just here locally, who has the same economic status as you, there's not going to be that much difference of being able to charge higher. Next reason to become a virtual assistant, if you're still thinking about it, is that it is a growing industry. Especially in the pandemic, even though things are moving in a different way, people have now seen the reality of like, hey, I don't have to hire someone in person. I can just hire them all online. So it is a growing industry in that way that this career path is really evolving and taking off right now versus honestly where it was 11 years ago when I got started, because at that point there was nothing, no content, no YouTube video like this where it would guide me on how to get started. So if you're really considering this as a career, it is growing. It is something that more and more entrepreneurs are thinking of hiring for, of thinking of working with. And I would know because, again, I run a virtual assistant agency and I keep getting clients who are like, hey, how can I do that thing of hiring a virtual assistant? Next is you just get that work-life balance. Again, when you're working from home, you generally have the freedom to work anywhere. And most of the time, depending on your client, you have the freedom of time as well. So then you're able to do the things that are important to you and able to focus on your career at the same time. Because of course, there's no commute, there's no having to do different paperwork to be able to get work done. You just get everything done online. And if you get a client who's more outcome-based, more than hourly based, then you can have, you have the freedom of making sure as long as you get the work done, you can do whatever you want the rest of the day. So there's more of being able to build a lifestyle really when you work from home, and again, have that flexibility when you have a client, which of course then leads to being able to actually spend time with your family as you want. Again, for me, if you guys follow me on Instagram or my Facebook, then you'll see that I go home for my family's birthdays, I go home for fiesta, I go home for different reasons, and it's because I have this freedom to be able to fly, and whenever I have internet, I can work. So then I have this freedom again to spend time with the people that I love, with the things that I want to do, because of this notion of being able to work as long as I have internet. And of course, and if it wasn't totally obvious yet, what is the most amazing thing basically of being a virtual assistant or as someone who works from home is just the freedom. When you work from home, you are not logged into just working at a desk 5 days a week, that's it that you're doing, and then you're going home. You have more of the freedom to pick and choose the life that you want. Now, this is something that I've said in other videos before, but working from home is just not for everyone. Some people need that routine, some people need that going to somewhere and coming back home as a feeling. But if you are someone who wants a little bit more freedom, who wants to choose the life that they want, and again, neither or is bad or better, it really depends on you. Being a virtual assistant who works from home gives you that freedom to be able to build the life, the kind of lifestyle, the routines, and all of that that you want. Now, at this point, do you want to be a virtual assistant? Check out my other videos on this channel. And if you guys like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button right there. And comment below what other questions you might have or other content you want to see on my channel about being a virtual assistant, because I would be more than happy to make that for you guys. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of our videos every Sunday and Thursday on how to work from home and how to have a business from home, which you guys can check out those two playlists right here and the latest video right here. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And remember that small steps matters. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.